Hey, beautiful people, time for another Math for Grown-Ups. Today I want to talk about the order of operations. Now, there's a terrible thing going on right now. If you really are a grown-up, maybe you got through school before this started happening, but the order of operations is the order in which you're supposed to do things, and there's a lot of teachers who are teaching it wrong these days. Yeah, like 1 in 10, 1 in 20, but it's too many. Now they say, okay, PEMDAS is the mnemonic for remembering the order of operations. P is for parentheses, and then E is for exponents, and then M is for multiplication, and D is for division, A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. And there, these terrible teachers are saying that this is the order in which you do things. That is not true. What you have to do is you have to do multiplication and division, whichever one comes first, from left to right. And same thing with addition. Addition and subtraction, they are essentially the same thing. And that is to say, now these bad teachers are telling you that if you do like 100 minus 20 plus 30 equals 100 minus 50, right? The bad teachers say, oh, you do addition before you do subtraction because A comes before S in the mnemonic PEMDAS. And so they say 100 minus 50 equals 50. This is so wrong. Wrong. It's so wrong. I don't even want to look at it. No. You do addition and subtraction from left to right. Hey, this problem has a subtraction and an addition. We do the subtraction first. We do 100 minus 20 is 80, and then 80 plus 30 is 110. This is 110. Why? Because we're subtracting 20 and we're adding 30. This is the story of a person who had $100, spent $20, got $30. They ended up with 110. I believe the last video I had would have looked at it this way. You look at it like 100 plus negative 20 plus 30. Now it's all addition. You do it in any order you want. You want to call it 130 minus 20, there's 110. You want to do 30 minus 10 is 10, add that to the 100, 110. Bang. This is a huge problem, and it hurts me that teachers generally don't give explanations for things. They just say, oh, do as I say, and they're hurting kids. They're hurting people. Okay, multiplication, division, the same thing. I'm not going to do an example, but if I wanted to get a lot of people to comment on my post on Facebook, I would have something where the division came first and then the multiplication, and I'd let people argue in the comments for thousands and thousands of comments, making my post look all grand and interesting because I was putting things in a weird format. Anyway, okay, so now today I kind of want to also talk about parentheses. Parentheses are magical. If you really did want to group the 20 and the 30 first, you had $100 and you spent $20 on one thing and 30 on the other, then what that would really be, that would be 100 compare to 100 minus, you want to do them first, 20 plus 30. Well, there you go. Parentheses always come first. Now we have to do the 20 plus the 30. That's 50. And then this is 100 minus 50 equals 50. And it really depends. Are you subtracting the 20 and the 30, or are you just subtracting the 20 and adding the 30? It has been the source of numerous fights. Now, the one thing I want to kind of link this with some of the other stuff I've done earlier is what happens if you can't really merge the stuff in the parentheses? What happens if you have something like 3x squared plus 10x minus 4 minus x squared minus 3x plus 2? Well, okay, we got this thing in parentheses. We have to do it first. But the law of units says you can't add x squareds to x's. You can't add either of those to 2's. So this is just fixed. And the whole thing, well, the thing that we call it is distribute the negative. It's just sort of a mnemonic. Again, what it is we're subtracting this, we're subtracting this, we're subtracting this because we're subtracting all of this. Those marks are annoying me. Right, so what is this? This is 3x squared plus 10x minus 4. We subtract the x squared. We subtract the negative 3x. We subtract the 2. And this is 3x squared plus 10x minus 4. This is minus how many x squared? Well, minus 1x squared. We don't generally do that, but it's good to know. Minus a negative 3x. We're taking away a negative. That's plus 3x and then minus 2. And now we can use the law of units to say 3x squared minus 1x squared is 2x squared. 10x plus 3x is 13x. And minus 4 and minus 2, they're both negative. You'd go back 4, you go back 2 more, it's minus 6. As an adult, you're not going to see a lot of problems like this. This is kind of ridiculous. However, I would say in teaching algebra and using algebra in my calculus classes, I would say conservatively at least 10 to 20% of all the mistakes my students ever make in algebra is this. They say minus x squared minus 3x plus 2, and then they get it wrong. They said 10x minus 3x is 7x, but no, we were subtracting the minus 3x. And that should be good for now.